Faith, featuring Justin and Mercedes Boucher.
I start, and we're back.
I'm Justin.
I'm Mercedes.
And we are
the Growing Catholics. Oh, that was good.
Yes, it was.
You know, you're trying to take my first line. I
Well,
start.
Not the last few ones. That was me.
No, I thought I usually say we're back.
Oh, maybe. Or I think maybe it was the last few times that we both said it. I don't know.
I don't know. But we're here.
Yes. It took some time getting here, though.
Yeah. Last week was rough.
And this week's hasn't changed. And if my voice sounds a little different, it's because I lost my voice.
He caught what I had that I gave to Lily. It made its way down to him. But I never get sick, so.
What?
Okay. I do get sick, but I don't get sick as, like, you guys get sick. Like, when you guys get sick, I usually don't get sick.
I get sick once in a blue moon.
Yeah, okay. And it was so funny because when I was sick, you're like, oh, stay away from me because you never get sick. Your words.
So you knew it was bad.
Yeah, I don't even know where I got it from, but whatever.
Lily?
No, I gave it to Lily.
Oh, that's right. And then she gave it to me.
Yes.
It was probably because they kept having her give me a hug and kisses all the time.
Yeah.
And, yep.
She's so cute because she... Oh, why do I do that? She's so cute because she holds your face when she kisses you. It was so cute.
So, today's topic is... Well, we just got done Easter. And so we're talking about how our Easter...
how Lent went and everything.
Yeah, how Lent... And then... we talked about having it titled a discipline.
Yeah.
Because I guess
how our discipline went with Lent.
Discipline went with Lent, and then if you carried it over into your normal routine.
I'm laughing, but we'll talk about why I'm laughing later. But
yes.
Yeah, I hope everyone had a blessed Easter. For Catholics, we're just getting started because Easter goes for 50 days to Pentecost Sunday.
And see, I don't remember that. And then when you told me that, I thought that was I was like, wait, what?
The only reason I remember that because when I was going through RCIA and I was baptized, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm done. But then they're like, no, it goes to Pentecost Sunday. Catholics really know how to party. I'll tell you one thing. That's one thing for sure.
You keep moving the...
Oh, my bad. But yeah, Christmas goes longer than everything. Now Easter. But yeah, it goes to Pentecost Sunday.
Yeah, so that was interesting. And so it's like, while everyone else kind of just forgets about it and like all the stores are on to the next holiday, Easter is just beginning for us.
Mm-hmm. Renewal.
Yeah. And so it's interesting because I totally forgot. I don't think I ever really, I probably have heard it, but I don't think I actually processed and like, oh, this is that time.
But I feel like you also were raised Catholic, so probably it was just kind of like just a normal thing for you. Whereas I wasn't raised Catholic, so like after Easter it was on to the next holiday.
Let's be real. My mom probably told me, and I just zoned it out. I'm like, just it was in one ear and out the other, and I just didn't even think twice about it.
Yeah, and then we just had Divine Mercy Sunday.
I remember that, yeah.
There you go. See, I think you remember the days, but it just kind of it's there.
Maybe.
It is. I know you. It's there.
So.
And I loved Easter Vigil. I almost cried. It was so good. I love watching people come into the church.
That's right. I totally forgot about that.
Okay.
It's been a long couple weeks.
Yes, it has.
Well, a long week and a half.
It's only been like 2 weeks.
Yes, when you're hearing this is actually recorded on Tuesday. You're going to be hearing it tomorrow. So we usually have one in the pipeline. We're not usually cutting it to the end of the wire like this.
But not this time.
Yeah, this time we decided to wait till the last minute. Well, that was because so many things, and I think, we kept talking about what we're going to, well, we had an idea of what we're going to talk about, but then it was just one thing after another. And I was like, no, I don't feel like recording tonight. I don't feel like recording, which I probably should have because my voice would have been a lot better, and now it just feels like it's scratchy and such.
Yeah, and I was in a bad mood last week.
It was...
I was in a terrible mood.
It was a long week.
Yeah. It's one of those... And I was in one of those moods where it was like, you can't talk to me because it's just going to make me madder. I'm not one of those people that you can calm down and, like, help cheer up. Like,
But I didn't talk to you, and you said, "Why am I being so mean?" I was like, "I'm just giving you your space."
but in one space, I want you to talk to me just so I can yell at you about talking to me. So
Yep.
then you can give me my space then.
Exit, please.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's start with you. How did your Lent go? What did you? All right, let's first backtrack and say, what did you give up or add on for your Lent?
I gave up social media and I gave up buying my gallon iced tea because I have a problem with both those things.
How did that go after Easter?
During Easter, there was like, it was really hard because like I would like sometimes like just peek just to see something, but like I would give myself like a reason just to say I'm look on it just to give me that fulfillment. That's how addicted I was. And then one time I was in the grocery store with Lily, and it was Friday, and that's our thing. We go to the store Friday. We get our donuts and such. So I picked up a half gallon of iced tea. So I was like, oh, it's not a gallon. I'm fine. Loophole. And then literally the day before, it was talking about Jesus and temptation and how you shut down temptation easily because once you give into it, you're letting the devil in. So then I'm in the grocery store talking to myself. People probably think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I'm like, I put it back. And then, my thing was like, oh, I can get the little bottles. But then I was like, I wouldn't even do that because I already messed up about to give in just to buy a half gallon just because I wanted it so bad.
Some people get addicted to iced tea.
I love iced tea.
But you did good.
But peach iced tea. Swiss peach iced tea. Like, if we could have a fountain in our house one day, it's going to be peach Swiss iced tea.
But you did, excuse me, you did really well with the social media and also the iced tea.
Oh, and the other thing is, since I wasn't doing social media, I found another addiction to fulfill those gaps.
Candy Crush.
Yeah, I'm at like a level 180. It's sad. It's so sad. Why am I at level 180? Mind you, I played this game so many times. Like, you start over. But yeah, like I remember listening to Father Mike's podcast, and he's like, don't find things, like when you give up stuff, like don't substitute. Yeah. Like, you fill that time with prayer and this and other stuff. And I was doing good. I was listening to the Hollow app, and
we started out good.
Yeah, like
even this year we started out good with doing the devotional thing, but then we
say tomorrow,
up. Yeah.
tomorrow, and I think we're like a month and a half behind now.
A couple days.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
I have to go to confession this week anyway, but if we're lying, might as well go to confession
go
strong. Just kidding.
Hey, it's either tell everyone else. Excuse me. It's either tell everyone else a couple days, and then we just tell one person, a lie. The truth. Oh man, my voice.
Real fast, because you're talking about confession, talking to priests and such. When I started confession, because like I remember being in line at first, and like sometimes people would be in there forever. It's like, so am I supposed to sit in there and tell him like exactly the moment I sinned? Like, oh, like example, like I was in the grocery store and this lady bumped me, so I pushed her and yelled at her. Like, am I supposed to explain the scenario and the sin, or am I just supposed to knock these things out? And then I got my answer eventually, but I was like,
what was the answer?
You're just supposed to say like your sins.
Yeah, that's
but
what I heard from somebody on YouTube. Like one of the priests was saying like 8 myths of confession or something like that. They're like, some people will just give every single detail, and they're like, we're not looking for the detail.
Like,
we're
tell them a story.
Yeah, like if you lied, just say you lied versus saying, well, okay, so I went in and I took a cookie before dinner and I shouldn't have, and just going on in the story. And I think some people do.
I think it's an older people thing.
That's probably why we sat in line for 20 minutes. Yes, I still remember that.
He won't let that go.
Well, yeah.
You'll let it go. It's okay.
Mine, I was doing great. I was doing real good, and I was doing good because
say what you did for your Lent first.
I didn't give anything up, but I was adding on to I was doing the a decade of the Divine Mercy, and then prior to that, something what I heard Father Mike say to help with making the day better and also keeping my cool was, Lord, I place my calloused heart, my bitter heart, my resentful heart, and my anger heart under your dominion. And then I would say the divine mercy. And you know what's funny? It really isn't that hard. And it takes less than 5 minutes to say all that. So you would really think like, well, wow, you can really stick, that's easy thing to stick to. But when I'm driving, I just zone out. Like I'm just driving like, and I don't even listen to anything in the car anymore, really. And I just think about what I'm doing for the day or think of random things. But yeah, I intentionally made it so it was super simple. And I mean, I've said it here and there, but I haven't been consistent with it. And then if it comes into my head and I think about it, I'm like, oh, I gotta say this, whether it's in the end of the day or the middle of the day or whatever. So I gotta get back into that, getting that discipline back in there.
It's so easy to fall off.
Very. What do they say? It's like a month.
21 days.
And it becomes that's a lie.
Or 28 days. 21 or 28. I don't remember.
Even 30 days is a lie. Because I was saying that for, I think, longer than 30 days.
Yeah, you were saying it longer than that.
Yeah.
And your other thing was getting to making sure you didn't miss mass. And you did good with that.
You know what it is?
What?
It's because things started going nicely. Smoothly.
Oh.
You know, you it's almost like you can take it back to the gym. You start working out and you try getting to where your goals are, where you want, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna slack back a little bit. I'm at my goal, and then that's when you start going backtracking.
That's so funny you say that, because I was going to mention the gym, because I haven't been to the gym, but I was doing so good, and the weight was dropping, and I was like, so you would think in my mind I would be like, oh, I should just keep going, but then I basically gave myself an excuse, like, oh, I can miss a day or two, and then
I've been doing so good.
Yeah, like this and they're like, no, I gotta keep pushing. Like I got a long way to go. And that's so true. Like if you think about like prayer life and your relationship with God, like we have a long way to go. Well, it's just everybody, not like even like people that pray every day and do other things. Like we still have so much more time. Well, can't. It's not guaranteed. So I don't want to say that, but you want to make sure you're thanking God.
That's true. Because in all reality, and I wake up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, thank God for waking us today.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
But yeah, like, you don't want to just turn to God when you need something or because life's rough. Like, you also want to thank Him for all He is doing currently, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It makes a lot of sense.
That's what I don't get. This is like off topic. With people that let their kids miss mass.
Yeah.
Because, like, you should teach them, like, how, like, it's important and...
Because if they see you slacking off, and that's also just in general, you know, it's like you're going to ask your kids to, let's say, keep their room clean. But then if they don't see your room clean, it's just a reflection. It's like, well, it's obviously not important. It's just something different they want me to do. Yeah,
but also, like, as with us having kids, like, we're in charge of our kids' souls. So, like, you would want them to make sure they're getting to mass and teach them. Like, I remember hearing, I don't know if our priest said it or Father Mike said it, but, like, when they're sick, you take them to the doctor. When something's bothering them, you take them to wherever to get that need they fix. You don't let them miss school. So why would you let them miss
something so important?
Yeah, like, for their spiritual life.
It gets put on the back burner. Yeah,
and then, like, another Sunday comes and they miss that. And then another Sunday comes, like...
Well, we'll make it next Sunday.
Yeah.
We tried.
But yeah, that's just... I know it's off topic, but that's, like, just wondering, like, why do people let their kids miss Mass? Like...
That's a priority that I'm slowly moving myself up to being like, all right, we really need to start making it more of a priority.
Yeah.
I think I'm too easy on if it's missed or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying. Like I'm not perfect.
No one is.
But yeah, slowly making that transition into making it more of a priority.
Yeah.
Because once I'm there, it's different. It's the getting, not getting up because I'm already up at that point, but it's the get going and get there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think because I feel like if the world kind of shifted a little bit where it's like we work Monday through Friday, then weekends is just for buying groceries and doing our errands. Like if they did it so we weren't working so much and it was like, because before, back in the day, if you think about it, like Sundays were for church.
Yeah.
And spend time with family.
Now Sunday's your extra errand day.
Yeah, basically. And like a lot before, like I remember when I used to work retail, like when I first started, Sundays they would close early, but then as years progressed, they started closing later on Sundays.
Yeah.
Like, and
well,
that's when the world started going down. Well, it started going downhill before that, but that's when it really started taking a turn.
Especially, it's interesting, especially with us being in Lancaster. A lot of the stores are shut down on Sunday still.
Oh yeah, because Amish don't play; they don't work.
If you want to see the best time, if you want to see horse and buggies, guaranteed is going to be on a Sunday because everybody's out. They're all going to their service or whatever they call it. Yeah, church. Obviously not during church, but you just see them in packs because they're all going to the same place.
See the buggies and the bicycles.
Yep. And but they shut down every Amish.
Any Amish owned thing.
Amish owned thing is closed down on Sunday, so it's very hard to find. I mean, unless you're going to Walmart or Giant or things like that, but it is difficult finding a place open.
Don't ever go to Walmart on Sunday. I used to work for Walmart, and Sundays are worse because we're so busy.
Because everyone else is closed.
Yeah, like, don't do it. But we've been doing better about, like, Sundays. Like, that's, like, we're not going anywhere unless it's, like, something, like, important, like someone's birthday or something like that. But, like, we've been doing better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah.
It's just about, like, having that discipline. And I suck.
Well,
having discipline.
So what are some ways, to create discipline? Because it's like, I'm hard, like, if you told me, all right, you have to do this, you have to do this, I'm like a dog on a leash trying to tell me, if you try to get me to do something, tell me to do something is one surefire way to get me to not do something.
Yes, I agree with that. 1,000%.
Well, I think it's just anybody. If I told you you're doing this at this time, whether you like it or not,
okay,
you're going to feel some sort of way.
Yeah, but okay, I'll give you a simple example. Like, babe, take out the trash. Okay.
Okay, that's different.
Oh, what's the difference? Still doing something. I'm asking you to do something. And you're like, okay, I'll do it. So then you're like,
I'll do it.
Yeah, then he'll put it outside and he'll take it tomorrow. Says he'll take it tomorrow morning, which means he'll leave it outside so I can take the next morning. Whereas I could just tuck it right then and there to get it over and done with.
I'm working on discipline.
Yeah, like where'd that trash go yesterday?
If you sit there and say you're gonna do this, I'm gonna show you. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that. I'll show you otherwise.
Yeah, you're the last person I'd probably tell. Like, we're going here, and you're like,
yeah,
no,
but like, but if I tell myself, I mean, what am I gonna try to prove myself wrong? Maybe.
Probably.
But like, it's little things that I want to try to improve, and you know what? This might be a good place because you're just putting it out there. Like I definitely need to get back into stretching again. Mm-hmm. So from now until the next one, how many days are in between?
What if we record an episode tonight? Like another one.
I stretched 0 times
since the last time.
It sounds like a confession. It's been 0 stretches since my last stretch.
Yeah, but like, sorry. When we were doing checklists, like people say when you do checklists and you start checking things off, you get that like what's that you get that feeling of accomplishment, but it's like a thing of feeling like oh, like you feel good because you're getting it done.
I know it's like little victories or something.
Yeah, but like it's called something. You feel like something's released inside you.
Dopamine? No, it's not dopamine.
I was gonna say dopamine.
But that's
I think-
dopamine's like released when you look at your phone.
I was gonna say dopamine. It's funny you said that.
Endorphins?
I don't know.
Something.
Someone can let us know.
Yeah. That giddy feeling.
Yeah, like how like that's when people say like when you get rid of a lot of stuff in your house, like you get a relief feeling. I love getting rid of clutter.
Same, but we have way too much stuff.
You say we, it's you and the kids.
If you separate it, you'll see you have just as much.
No, I doubt it.
Remember my side was always all my stuff on there?
Yeah.
It's engulfed into yours now.
That's because I have a lot of crafting stuff.
And I took all my stuff up to the attic.
Yeah. We don't even share a closet anymore. No,
The attic.
I made some room for you in the closet. So you have like a third of the closet.
Maybe a little bit less.
Better than nothing.
I'll take it.
I
have under my bed.
We need our bed.
My side of the bed, though.
Okay, there we go. Our bed. We need like a his and hers closet next place.
Yeah.
Because. But yeah, like maybe we'll try that. I think I need to get a planner because like a lot of times I say yes to a lot of things. So like when the time comes when I'm supposed to do it, I already double booked myself for other things.
But we've been very busy too with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but like I feel like other people are just as busy and like they're just maybe I don't manage my time.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like I leave for work between 5:15 and 5:30, and then I don't get home until
5:30.
Lately, I've been getting home around like 5:30 or so, and then you don't get back until with the kids and you're going from like 6 o'clock in the morning all the way till 5:30 or 6. You're working till 6, and then we only have that 6 to 9 or really goes to bed around 8:30. So like the 2.5 hour window to eat dinner, and then by the time we've been eating dinner at like 7:30.
I know we've been eating dinner really late.
Even 8.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really give us that much wiggle room in the daytime. But I think we're getting off topic.
How are we getting off topic?
I don't know.
We're talking about
Our own, I guess our own. We're not gonna talk about your discipline because you can't talk to us. I guess it's it's the sickness.
Okay.
So, okay. All right. Well, let's go back to the discipline. What things in our faith would you like to be more disciplined in?
Our prayer life.
As a couple? As a
Both.
family?
Both. All three. Ding, 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 ding.
All three. I just said you, me.
And
or
the family.
I said us and the family. That's 2. Or did you mean yourself, us, and the family? That would be 3.
They're like, we're done with these people. Shut this off.
That is like the, what is it? The Holy Spirit. You're like, 3 persons in one God.
Yeah.
And, the Father's on the, But like, how can that be? 3 prayer journeys in one person.
Yes.
Boom.
Boom.
There we go.
Look at you.
I'm using my noggin.
Thank God.
I'm so smart.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Oh my goodness. Don't start this.
All right, let's continue.
Don't cut me off. Okay. You went see a fight on podcast, cut me off again. Just kidding. No, I'm not.
I heard that.
Okay, anyway.
So you want to improve your prayer life,
our prayer life, and the family's prayer life.
All right. So when it comes to the family, what could we do better?
Sundays.
We did pray the rosary for a little bit.
Yeah.
On Sundays.
We did.
We could.
But that stopped.
Yeah.
It could be something where we start like as soon as we are all up and before breakfast. Let's say, a prayer. Let's do the rosary. Because my thing is, I guess I have it in my mind now is like if I have time to watch like 3 movies in a day, I have time to pray. You know what I mean? And a lot of times Sundays are our movie days, so like we have time to watch all these movies and do other stuff. We also have time to pray. 15
minutes to say a rosary, yeah.
Yeah.
Even, yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm being on the on the low side of finding the least amount of prayer with my 5 minutes every morning. And I'm always telling myself, oh, that's, I'm trying, but I know I need to improve that. Instead of doing just a decade of the Divine Mercy, why not you just do the whole thing? And I used to actually, at 3 o'clock,
they say that's when it's most powerful.
I would listen to the Divine Mercy on Relevant Radio. And it's funny because I have access to it on my phone through my headphones. And with me working late, every 3 o'clock, I could just put it on.
Yeah.
Or, heck, I could just say it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not going to take that long. Saying, well, depends on what I'm doing. Because if I'm driving, it's one thing. And my drives are an hour back to the shop because I'm all the way up in Lebanon. So even in that time of driving,
it's
as simple as, watch Larry is probably going to be like, it's 3 o'clock, Justin. You have to say the Divine Mercy. And yes, I would like to improve ours as well. So I think we have the same goals as far as the family, us, and each other. Because even if you and I said but at nighttime, it's like we're separate.
It is.
Like she kicks me out of bed every single night. So
Lie number 2.
I don't even remember the last time we were in the same bed because she kicks me out. What was it? I think the last time. Oh, that's right. I made your side of the bed so it was nice and cozy for you, and she said she didn't like that. So
no,
I'm just trying to get everyone on my side.
No, I don't sleep in our bed. That's because I sleep with our toddler.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's easier to sleep with her because then she won't wake her up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because sometimes I get nervous because sometimes she jumps up and just runs out the door
Yeah.
So it's easier if I'm just right next to her. And
are you worried she might bolt down the stairs?
Nope.
This
is not for a time for you to prove a point right now.
Okay.
Just kidding. You can. No. What if she runs into a wall? Boom.
Boom. I walked into doors before sleepwalking.
Yeah. I don't know. She does good sometimes, and with her not having the BINKY anymore.
She's not in the room.
What if she's listening to this? What if she listens to it later on? 'Cause sometimes
Binky.
that's a bad word in this house. Because I feel like before she'd wake up just to grab it, so she had it, and I feel like maybe she won't do that anymore.
So.
And I don't know why we were talking about. Oh, because you're saying how I kicked you out of bed. Even when I'm mad at you, you still won't sleep on the couch. You know how some wives kick their husbands out so they sleep on the couch? Like, Justin's like, no, I don't care. I'm going to sleep comfortably. You can wake up not mad tomorrow.
Don't tell me what I'm going to do.
I could sleep on the couch.
Okay, I will. I just roll right over.
And he just passes out.
No, it takes me a while to pass out.
But
anyway.
Not when you're trying to prove a point, does it? Unless you just pretend.
I'm probably pretending. So.
Yeah, at night it's so hard. And then.
Oh yeah, us.
Yeah, and then in the morning, you have to be at work by 6:30, so it's kind of harder. But it's just maybe trying to work on getting more organized at bedtime because. Usually I'm running all over the place and then getting her down, then coming in the room and doing our prayers and then go back to Lily and then just... Because sometimes, I'm just laying there playing Candy Crush while Lily's sleeping.
And that's why you're not sleeping.
I know. Or I'm watching my TV shows and I can't just stop and then you gotta see what happens. No one can binge watch a show faster than I can.
Well, that's because you watch a show and not really pay attention to it.
No.
Yeah, it's just on in the background.
Yes, it is. When I'm working, yes, it is.
She's never paying attention to her show.
Never.
Always work all the time.
Always 24/7.
Yep.
But I need background noise because I don't like silence, especially when I'm home alone. It's very It's like, I need noise. So, like, if a burglar comes, they know, like,
Yeah.
oh, hear all that noise in there? Gotta skip this house.
This ain't Home Alone though.
This is like Home Alone. Like, I always have to have that background noise. Like,
Yeah, but remember we talked about the silence.
I know, but I'm not there yet.
Basking in the silence.
Not when I'm home alone.
All right, so
Oh, yeah, we're getting way off topic.
yeah, what was I gonna say?
Prayer life? I don't know.
Yeah, so all right. Blah, blah, blah. So when can we? So all right, we'll figure out the details after the episode. So you want to improve your prayer life. I want to improve mine. We want to improve each other's, and we want to improve the family. So for us, was figuring out something. The kids. I think we can focus on the one thing we actually have been good is grace before meals, and Lily's getting that down pretty good as well.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm setting that example. Like, she knows, like, even when it's just me and her home and she eats lunch, like, she'll do the sign of the cross and she'll say grace in her own language.
That gibberish.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Kids do mimic what we do. So, like...
Oh, yeah, you see her make the...
So, like, if we're dedicating, like, even if we do Sunday, like, an hour of silence, like, no TV or anything, like, I know we talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think for me, like, it's so easy for me to make excuses sometimes for things because it gives me what I want. And it, I feel like a lot of people, like, that's why, like, we struggle because it's like, we want what we want. And we kind of find excuses to get what we want sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you try telling a quiet time for an hour for Lily and see what she says.
But I feel like the TV's off and we just give her some crowns or something like that. Like, she'll occupy herself.
Yeah, she probably would.
Yeah, I think as she learns, like, this is what we do, and this is what we're gonna do, then it'll be like, okay.
No, I agree. Even just putting an hour in each Sunday for that specific time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I think we're on the right path.
Look how quickly Kira picked things up from watching you and your mom. As Kira was learning the faith.
Oh, yeah. Very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
So, like...
Heck, she's teaching me stuff again. Like, what?
Thank God for Catholic school.
Yeah.
Good Catholic schools. And then, I feel like that would be the same for Lily as well.
Yeah, she'll follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think we got that covered down.
And then sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but also making sure we don't make excuses. Like, there's always probably going to be something, like, we're not going to be feeling that well, or...
Well, that goes back to what we talked about before. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not feeling it. And doing stuff is not feeling it. Like, when I'm tired and I'm relaxing, and when the kid says I'm hungry, I'm not going to sit there, well, I'm not feeling like it.
I don't feel like feeding you right now.
Yeah. You have to set aside the feelings.
Yeah. And get into that moment.
Yep.
I agree.
And then we talked about myself wanted to, instead of doing the decade, maybe go to the full thing, increasing that more. Though I think I need to focus on just doing it daily to start. That might be a good thing.
Yeah.
How about you?
Maybe set a timer on your phone. Your mom, like, has a million timers that go off, like, all day, every day.
I have 15 alarms set.
I know.
That's just for waking up.
Yeah, and they wake up everybody else but him.
No, lately I get up at the first one, but I set multiple ones just in case, because you never know. You might, if I go to bed at 2 o'clock and I got to get up at 4:45, I'm going to generally slip through the first one.
That was me last week. I slept through an alarm. I was like, oh, this is why he sets multiple alarms, because I slept through that alarm because I was so tired.
So for yourself.
For myself, what?
What are you going to do?
Oh. Like what? I don't know.
Well, what would you like to do more?
I want to do the rosary every day. The rosary day keeps the devil away. And I do my catechism, but then lately I haven't been, so probably doing better with my catechism, because I used to listen to it in the car, but now it's like diving deeper, so I kind of want to just be still and so I
Get
could
better with silence.
Yeah, and like take it in. Because before it's like, oh, I could listen to it as I was driving, because then but like now it's really explaining like, they talked about like the Holy Spirit and like they talked about all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to get better with that.
Well, it sounds like we have our week planned
Yes.
for goals.
Yeah, like I just need to make sure I block that time off, because I feel like a lot of people with like their prayer life, they make sure they block off that time. Like Suzette, like who from church, she blocks her time off, and I know your mom does too. Like before she even gets out of bed, like she does her prayers and such.
Yep.
So it's just making sure we get better at like making sure we block that. Like that time is for this. Like kind of like 9:00 mass. That's the mass we're going to. Like it's 9.
Just pick
9.
it.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m. Like
non-negotiable.
Yeah, or like let's say if we're going to go out that night, let's do it before we leave instead of if we get back too late, we don't do it at all.
That's a good idea.
Thank you. I know. Just kidding.
I know.
But I need to get a planner. I need to. No, I said I do during Lent, and I did really good. I do more of volunteer, giving my time.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you volunteered me too a few times.
I didn't want to be by myself.
That works, because it's good for me too.
It is.
But we are actually going to be running out of time.
Already?
Yep.
Oh wow. Time flies
when we're talking.
Yeah. Let's say when we're having fun, but whatever.
Well, us talking is fun.
Yes.
It's fun for you guys, I know. I'm telling you it is.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement. Last week I was coughing and choking. This week it's you.
Yeah, I was making fun of you for it.
Because I did the... I can't do it now.
Well, all right. So next week we'll talk about how we did.
Yes.
Or at least the next episode we'll talk about how we did. And did we finalize the topic?
For the next episode?
Yeah.
Oh, being a Catholic couple and how being us both being Catholic
is beneficial for us and makes it easier for us.
Makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being a Catholic couple, or I guess being a Catholic couple, a Catholic family, how that is beneficial for us and makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just started. It's really weird.
Well, I feel like Easter is a season for renewal. And I know usually in the beginning of the year, everyone's like, oh, our New Year's resolution. But like at Easter Vigil, they renew our
baptismal vows.
Yeah. So it's all about renewal. So it's like, what can we do that we failed during Lent that we could do better on?
So a perfect topic. What would you talk about?
Yeah, exactly.
How we're going to improve that prayer life.
Yeah. Like for us, Easter's just getting started.
Yep.
Party on.
The Easter's just started, but the episode is ending.
That's a good one.
That's a good way to end it.
I'll give it to you.
So, all right. Well, thank you all for listening. And
make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes. Like and subscribe, because we said it enough. We said it before. We'll say it again each time. A like and a comment and listening always helps us out. Oh, did we talk about that? We're on all platforms?
Oh, now we're on all platforms. We're on Apple.
Yeah, we're on Apple. So yeah, Apple, Google. We're
on all platforms.
All platforms. Thank you. So
have a good one, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.